guys. It's actually afternoon now at this point, unfortunately, but we have a lot to get done today. This past month has been absolutely crazy, and I feel like I finally have a day that I can spend just kind of catching up on things and getting my house in order, all the things. I need to make bread. I'm about to make bone broth with some chicken bones that I've been saving up and meaning to turn into broth. So that's what I'm about to do. I have quite the list today, and like I said, it's already in the afternoon. I got started on some things this morning, but the day's already gotten away from me. So I don't know if I'll get everything done on my list, but we're focusing on the important things first. Like I really need to make bread. Anyways, I'll get to that. First is my broth. I need to get out my bones. I've frozen some. I have some in the fridge from a chicken that we bought. Basically, all that I do for my bone broth is put in my bones, cover them with water, but I think you just want it to be barely covered. You don't want your bones to be like floating. You want it to be pretty concentrated. I usually add some like produce, especially like produce scraps that I've saved. I'm not sure that I've saved any though, so I might just leave it kind of plain and add just a little bit of mineral salt and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Maybe some seasonings. I don't know. I might keep it more plain. I don't know. We use it for so many things. I add it to rice, honestly, mostly, and any recipes that call for broth, obviously. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that it can be a very productive day and that I can kind of get my life together, get caught up a little bit. One of the reasons that I've been making bone broth so much and liking to have it on hand is just honestly has such great nutritional benefits. I'm no nutritionalist, but bone broth has a lot of collagen in it and lots of great like minerals and things to support digestion, immune system. I think it's really nice to have, especially as it gets colder in a few months, to help during sick season and all of that kind of thing. And that's why I kind of like to add it to my rice. Not only does it make it taste really good, it can kind of absorb and soak up some of those nutrients to add to whatever dish I'm making. Bone broth just has so many good qualities, and it's just so easy to make from home, especially if you're making things already that have bones in them. Like whenever I'm making chicken, I haven't done it with beef yet, but I have beef soup bone, so I need to try that out. But yeah, literally just cover it in some water, maybe add some salt. I know people make like hot chocolate with it. I haven't got that adventurous yet, especially when it's homemade. I feel like it already has some of the salty seasonings on it, so I'm not sure how that would taste in hot chocolate. But if you bought like store-bought bone broth, some of it's completely unflavored, so I could see how you wouldn't even taste it. Next up, I am making my bread. Today, I decided to make 100% fresh milled wheat bread. I've talked about milling my own wheat in my past videos, so I'm not going to get into it too much today, but I love to do this if I have the extra time, not only for the great taste, but mostly for the amazing nutritional benefits. And I will be sure to link the recipe that I'm using down below, along with my wheat grinder and just the different things that I use to make my bread. I have like a 15-minute pocket of time that I need to use to let my yeast proof. So I'm going to spend that time just kind of decluttering and getting my home in order. First of all, my living room. Okay, so I mentioned this the last time that I made bread, but I used parchment paper instead of greasing my pans just because my pans are poor quality, and one time when I made bread and I was cutting it out, pieces of the pan were on my bread. So I chose to not poison us, and I'm hoping to buy some more bread pans, but I haven't yet. And until then, I'm using parchment paper. The other perk is taking the bread out of your pans with parchment paper is a breeze. It makes it so easy because it just comes right off, falls right out, and you don't have to like try to cut it out or anything. Alright, the bread is in the oven. I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, and we're gonna get started on dinner here soon. I just wanted to sit here and chat really quick. I was feeling so unmotivated and uninspired for today, which I'm still kind of feeling that way. Just not feeling my best, not feeling excited, which is kind of discouraging because I feel like that's just kind of part of what my channel is bringing joy into the everyday, the mundane, and getting inspired, having fun with it, and finding the beauty in it. But then there's some days where I really just want to sit down and not do anything all day. Today was one of those days, which was kind of a bummer because, as I said, we've been really busy, and I was really looking forward to today. Finally being able to have the time to catch up on some homemaking, be able to make homemade bread, and do all the things that I normally really enjoy. And for whatever reason, I just woke up not feeling it today. Well, I guess I can tell you a couple different reasons. For one, I stayed up really late last night and I was finishing up a video, so I just was like, I'm just gonna sleep in today because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately and I just kind of need to catch up and I want to have a slower morning. But that turned into a very late start to the day. I never feel super motivated when I get a late start to the day. Another thing is I didn't do my Bible reading, and I just, as I was finishing up washing my dishes, I kind of started feeling convicted that I've just been feeling very bleh all day, and kind of frustrated that I haven't been excited about today because this is my normal content. I normally love making this, and why am I not excited? Why do I not feel very joyful or happy? And not once was my first instinct to bring it before the Lord. Sometimes it's easy to forget to bring those simple things before the Lord. You know, when something really hard is going on, then I pray about it. But I think part of the Christian walk is just not letting our prayers cease and praying throughout the day about every little thing, and just bringing it before the Lord takes so much weight off. It doesn't immediately solve all your problems. It's not this immediate, like, now I'm happy, but suddenly it takes away the loneliness because I know that He's in it with me. He's going to carry me through, whether it's a really heavy thing in life or whether it's just not feeling motivated to get anything done and just feeling like you're kind of in a bad mood and feeling like very bleh about life. So, I don't know. Just wanted to come on here and share my thoughts and feelings and encourage you. For one, I really want my channel to be a source of joy, encouragement, even some like realness of, you know, baking fails, you know, all of the things. But I sometimes am not in the mood to do all those things, and it's not always so fun keeping it real. But also, when days are hard, whether because of a big thing or a small thing, bring it before the Lord. I have a little bit of time that my bread is baking, and I kind of want to just stop, even if it's just for 10 minutes. I'm not sure how much time I have, and spend that time that I missed out on this morning with the Lord right now, because it's not too late. I feel like I always think it has to be a morning thing, and then because I had a late start to the morning, I just felt like, well, I guess I don't have time to do that today. But it could be in the afternoon, could be in the evening. It's so important to be taking that time and setting that aside for the Lord.
When I wait, I know you are with me.
As you could probably tell, the garden's looking a little rough. We have been out of town a lot this month, and we were out of town for like 6 days. When I came back, the weeds had gotten even farther out of control, and some animals had come in and devoured a good portion of my garden. One of my flower beds has almost completely failed, and it's okay. I'm kind of like taking notes, trying to learn from my mistakes and do things a little bit differently next year. I knew this year I was just kind of testing everything. I didn't do just tons of research. I was just like throwing stuff in and having fun with it. And next year I want to be a little bit more strategic about where I plant things, what I plant, etc. But I think I have kind of lost a little bit of the gardening spark. It is extremely dry, so my plants are getting a little limp. Like I said, the weeds have completely taken over, so my beds are ugly, dry, and the animals have eaten almost everything. So we have a few things. I've picked some parsley for tonight and a couple other things that we had, but I'm about ready to just rip up the garden. It's been really, really fun though. I've absolutely loved it up until this point, but I also don't want to rip it up because what if some stuff starts popping up? I don't want to be wasteful. I'm excited to do it again next year. Like, I have went into my notes app and kind of journaled and kept a ton of like notes and things that I want to do next year. So I'm hoping to be a little bit strategic about animals, either putting up fencing or some sort of like, I know there's like little things you can put out to deter the animals. I did do marigolds, and I don't know, I still had animals, so, but I want to do them again because if anything, they made the garden really pretty, and they might have kept some bugs away. I don't know. So anyways, there's a little garden update for you guys. It's been a little sad lately. Okay, for dinner tonight, I'm going to be cooking out of the Hope's Table cookbook. So if you don't have it, I'm sorry, I can't share the recipe, but if you don't have it, I think that you definitely should get it. This is probably, it's like one of my favorite top 2 cookbooks that I own. I will link it down below. It has so many amazing recipes in it. And tonight I'm gonna be doing one of my recent favorites to make because it's so easy and delicious. It is this herb roasted chicken thighs and potatoes. So I just do my chicken thighs with regular potatoes and sweet potatoes, and you put like this buttery herb sauce over it and roast it. So good, so easy.
In my pain, I know you can feel it. There I find the comfort in your spirit. And every day you sing it over me. Like water, my love runs free. Oh, there is nothing.
I think it might be time to taste test one of these loaves. They are still a little warm, but I feel like they've cooled for a while. You definitely don't want to break into them too early because all that steam helps it to finish cooking and not to dry out too quickly. But it's been a while since I've made this recipe, and I'm so excited to try it. Look at that. Just as good as I remembered. Okay, next up on the agenda is making banana muffins. I have been needing to make something with these mere rotten bananas, so today we're gonna do it. We're not gonna let these go to waste. And I know I've made this recipe before on my channel. It is so good, so good. If you have some old bananas lying around, you need to make this. I just realized I am out of brown sugar, so I'm gonna quickly just make some. I really just eyeball this. So I need a half a cup of brown sugar, so I'm doing a half a cup of cane sugar. And then really just eyeballing it with the molasses. I guess the more you add, the more of like a rich, dark brown sugar it is. There we have it. Some nice dark brown sugar. Alright, we are about to head to the gym. We'll show the gym fit. This is a Levi's shirt that I probably thrifted, so I don't know if it's still available. Those are my shorts. They're from Amazon. I really like them because they're a little bit longer and so they have better coverage, a little bit more modest, so I'll link them down below. My shoes are Nikes. If I find them, I can link them. I love them. Keegan got them for Christmas for me. What's your gym fit?
This is my work shirt, still Woodworks. My work hat.
Wow, really repping Stolz.
And I think I bought these shorts from Walmart when I was like 15.
Wow, they really stood the test of time.
These shoes from my brother.
What brand are they?
They're Nike Trailhawk or Wild Horse.
Wild Horse.
Wild Horse, Trailhawk, Wild Horse. Same difference, but my brother got them for my birthday last year.
Awesome.
And Nike socks.
Alright, well we are headed off. I don't know how much I'm going to film in the gym because that's kind of awkward, but we'll see. Nothing like a banana muffin right after your workout. Literally, I thought about these banana muffins several times while we were working out.
You weren't lifting heavy enough weights.
Do you
want
want
a
one?
share or do you want a whole? I'm just going to do a half.
A whole?
I'm going to do a halvesies.
Okay, I'm doing a whole one. It's good.
It's wonderful. Very, very good.
This is all of the miscellaneous jars that I had, but I got all of this bone broth out of that. Alright, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me as we did some homemaking, catching up. If you are not subscribed already, I would love to have you here on my little YouTube community. And be sure to leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, all of the things. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!